Hey friends, this is Dr. Noah here. I'm going to be talking today about candy. It may not be as sweet as it seems. Whether you're talking about a GAPS diet to heal the gut, an SCD diet, which really looks at specific carbohydrates to determine what's best for your tummy and absorption, perhaps looking at a paleo diet, and you're starting to kick out grains and nuts and various legumes, all of these diets have one thing in common. They take out refined sugars, right? So I'm talking about things like candy, cookies, cakes, pies, donuts, ice cream, soda pop, and even chewing gum. So all of these diets focus on the right types of fuel, and we do need carbohydrate. Even people who follow a ketogenic diet often cycle in and out and put healthy carbohydrates back in. I personally like to do a lot of root vegetables for sources of carbohydrates. Tuberous vegetables, things like yams and carrots, they can be a great part of a diet. However, many kids end up with health problems in my practice because of excessive sugar. So here on Halloween Day, I thought I'd talk about candy. It may not be as sweet as it seems. All right, so what can happen? You can have mood and behavioral changes. I've said over the years, so adults can relate to this, are you tired, shaky, irritable, nervous, exhausted, confused, depressed? Do you feel like a carboholic as the day goes on? And can you take a cat nap midday? So many of our kids, when they take the sugars, they get super excitable for a while. And then just like you and I, they fall asleep in the afternoon. They can't pay attention in school. They come time for homework, and it's a dreaded event, right? Because now, after that rise in blood sugar, after your body surges different chemicals like insulin and things, all of a sudden you fall off. So I always look for those signs and symptoms. So we know you can get really hangry, right? Mood changes. So always ask yourself, how long has it been since my child has his or her last meal? Was there enough of protein and enough fat to stabilize that? And there's specific diets that can help stabilize that, as well as custom blends of vitamins and minerals that might contain things in it like chromium, a mineral called glucose tolerance factor to help stabilize your blood sugar. Okay, what's another way that candy may not be as sweet as it seems? Number two here, it can affect your gut function, right? If I just talked about the brain and mood, what about the second brain? The second brain is the gut. So I've always told people this, sugar can feed infections. And unfortunately, when sugar feeds infections, you can have a condition known as irritable bowel syndrome. Perhaps you have a condition called IBS. So what can happen is the sugar can feed the infections, and you might experience bloating, indigestion, diarrhea, constipation. And I say this, if the gut's inflamed, that same pathway is also going to inflame the brain. So how do you get these things? Well, eat a diet high in sugar. For adults, maybe it's alcohol. For others, perhaps you've taken prolonged antibiotics. Whatever the case is, you have to restore the gut. So things like probiotics, digestive enzymes, eating fermented foods, drinking certain drinks like kombucha could be a helpful way of putting back in the good bacteria. And then, of course, you want to have a diet that has herbs and various micronutrients in there to keep this growth at bay. And now finally, what's one other way that candy can affect your body? Well, forget about the sugar for a second. It's something called artificial flavors and colorings. You might hear it as MSG, monosodium glutamate. And there's one that's kind of infamous, and that is red dye number 40. Many of our patients here have migraine headaches. They have irritability. They have children who have stims, can't focus, can't concentrate, and it's the dyes that aren't properly processed by the body, and they cause a rage and emotional surge. So unfortunately, we know that dyes called excitotoxins found in many candies can be a big problem for kids. So in summary, I don't want to be a party pooper here. I want to wish everybody a very safe and happy Halloween today, but think again when it comes to sugars and candies and how it affects your body. Thanks everybody for tuning in. For Innovative Family Wellness, this is Dr. Noah wishing you a great day. Bye.